All right, ladies and gentlemen, we've got a 4.5-minute video that I'm going to play right here. And then we're going to go to the man himself. But this video is censored. How to get anything through a TSA nude body scanners. They are taking this video down all over the internet. They are taking this video down. Now, there's a trick with YouTube. When they block it for parental or security concerns and make you log in because they know that kills it going viral, the copy we link to is just parentally blocked because you can't show people how to go through a TSA scanner because they're all frauds. It's just about money making and radiating you and a power trip. It's still posted at Infowars.com. That's why Drudge has a link to us where you can find the video. They are now censoring it. They are now blocking it. YouTube restricts video of engineer proving how useless TSA scanners are. We have that video, right? Because I was busy running around like a chicken with my head cut off with this man cow news, folks. Okay, continuing, my friends. I just got too many missiles coming at me here. That's the globalist plan, is just overwhelm us. YouTube restricts video of engineer proving how useless TSA scanners are. Man walked through radiation-firing machines with metal objects knowing he would be stopped. And he's John Corbett of the popular blog TSA Out of My Pants, which is well said. And, of course, it was just in hundreds of publications. I mean, it was in the Daily Mail. It was in just everywhere that he did this. It was going to go mega viral. Boom, they parentally blocked it. Meaning for porn or violence or whatever, just like they do our videos on the TSA. And Google admitted last year they've been asked to restrict stuff if it's quote critical of the government. So this is a big censorship issue. But now this is why we have PrisonPlanet.tv. This is why we have InfoWars Nightly News. This is why we have the syndicated radio show XM 166, and I see somebody holding from XM 166. It's why we have our own system. We use their systems. But as they begin to censor, we can run the blockade. So here's his 4-minute video, and then we're going to the gentleman who's been censored right now, Engineer Jonathan Corbett. Shows how to beat the TSA body scanners. He didn't show how to beat them. He's showing that you can get anything through them, and they're a total fraud. So they're spinning it like it's a security breach. Yeah, that the emperor's butt naked and wearing no clothes? That it's all a hoax so Chernoff can make millions of dollars? Who ordered the stinking things? Let's go to the video and audio. Here it is. I'm publishing
this video because I want the world to know how much danger the American Transportation Security Administration is putting us all in with their haste to deploy the expensive, invasive nude body scanner program. When the machines came out, we were told that the invasion of our privacy, doses of radiation, and trashing of our Constitution were necessary because the old metal detectors weren't good enough, that non-metallic explosives were a threat, even though no one has boarded a plane in the U.S. with any type of explosive in nearly 40 years. But while America was testing these devices, Rafi Stella, who ran security for Ben Gurion Airport in Israel, which is known for being one of the most secure airports in the world, was quoted as saying he could overcome the body scanners with enough explosives to take down a Boeing 747. And Ben Gurion therefore refused to buy the scanners. The U.S. ignored this warning, and Mr. Stella has never publicly explained his statement, but it stuck with me. As a scientist, engineer, and frequent traveler, as well as the first person to sue the TSA when they rolled out the scanners as primary in November of 2010, I studied and learned about both kinds of scanners used by the TSA. Here are several images produced by TSA nude body scanners. You'll see that the search victim is drawn with light colors and placed on a black background in both images. In these samples, the individuals are concealing metallic objects that you can see as a black shape on their light figure. Again, that's light figure, black background, and black threat items. Yes, that's right. If you have a metallic object on your side, it will be the same color as the background and therefore completely invisible to both visual and automated inspection. It can't possibly be that easy to beat the TSA's billion-dollar fleet of nude body scanners, right? The TSA can't be that stupid, can they? Unfortunately, they can, and they are. To put it to the test, I bought a sewing kit from the dollar store, broke out my 8th grade home ec skills, and sewed a pocket directly on the side of a shirt. Then I took a random metallic object, in this case, a heavy metal carrying case that would easily alarm any of the old metal detectors, and I walked through a backscatter X-ray at Fort Lauderdale Hollywood International Airport. On video, of course. While I'm not about to win any videography awards for my hidden camera footage, you can watch as I walk through the security line with the metal object in my new side pocket. My camera gets placed on a conveyor belt and goes through its own X-ray, and when it comes out, I'm through, and the object never left my pocket. Maybe just a fluke. Okay, let's try again at Cleveland Hopkins International Airport through one of the TSA's newest machines, a millimeter wave scanner with automated threat detection built in. With a metallic object in my side pocket, I enter the security line, my device goes through its own X-ray, I pass through, and I exit with the object without any complaints from the TSA. And while I carried the middle case empty, by one of malintent it could have easily been filled with razor blades, explosives, or one of Charlie Sheen's infamous 7-gram rocks of cocaine. With a bigger pocket perhaps sewn on the inside of a shirt, even a firearm could get through. It's important to note that any metal object of any size can use this technique. And I don't urge you to try to bring contraband through security, as the nude body scanners often have false positives, so while the metal on your side might get through, a button on your shirt or a sweaty armpit might look suspicious and earn you a pat down anyway. Now, I'm sure the TSA will accuse me of aiding the terrorists by releasing this video, but it's beyond belief that the terrorists haven't already figured this out and are already plotting to use this against us. It's also beyond the belief that the TSA did not know everything that I just told you and arrogantly decided to disregard our safety. Anything to force Americans to give up our liberty to the federal government and our tax dollars to companies that are in bed with that government. The nude body scanner program is nothing but a giant fraud, which should come as no surprise after the Fast and Furious scandal that sent thousands of guns to Mexican drug cartels and cost a Customs and Border Patrol agent his life. This is a disgrace. So let's fix this problem now, before the terrorists take this opportunity to hurt us. The TSA must immediately end the nude body scanner program and return to the tried and true metal detectors that actually work and work without invading our privacy, as well as implement better solutions for non-metallic explosives such as bomb-sniffing dogs and trace detection machines. The TSA is worse than ineffective. They are an epic fail, placing us all in danger. Beyond the scanners, demand of your legislators and presidential candidates that they get rid of this $8 billion a year waste known as the TSA and privatize airport security. Ask for their commitment to our rights in exchange for your vote. And no matter which party is in the White House or holds on to Capitol Hill, the issue of ending TSA abuse is of interest to all Americans. It's not a partisan issue. We must stand together and demand an end to the organization that molests our families while placing us in danger by directly ignoring blatant security flaws. Thank you.
Oh, they don't just molest our families now and microwave us so Chertoff makes money. They now block the video. We've been able to find other copies people have uploaded. We've got one that they haven't erased yet at Infowars.com and PrisonPlanet.com, but probably not for long. That's why Drudge is linked to our article. But Jonathan Corbett is a technology entrepreneur, frequent traveler, and first person to sue the Total Slave Agency, TSA, after the nude body scanner and invasive pat-down program began in November of 2010. TSA Out of Our Pants.wordpress.com is his website, and he joins us via video Skype. We just aired it here to 3 million people, conservatively. But again, this is scary. The big news here is that they're now censoring YouTube. We put a parody video out, and they censored it as well. What's your take on this, Jonathan? You must have hit a nerve with the perverts.
Hey, Alex. Yeah, good to be on your show. I think we must have hit a nerve. I haven't received any official response, and as best I know, there's been no public response, but clearly they're not happy.
Well, you'll get the response next time you go to the airport. They'll probably get out some walnut crackers or something and come after you. So tell us why you made the video, how you discovered this, and I think their censorship is going to backfire on them now.
Right. Well, as you mentioned, I've been working through...
Okay. I'm sorry, your Skype's been breaking up. Start over. You got it.
Of the body scanners and these molestation pat-downs. And the court system is unfortunately a very slow process. So I've been working through the court system for about the last year and a half to try and see what we can do there, and it's a slow process. So about a couple months ago, I said, you know what, let's find another way. So if we can find a way to make these scanners publicly known to be ineffective, then they'll be forced to remove them.
All right, I want you to say that statement again because it wasn't the TSA, it was Skype problems. Repeat what you were saying. It was breaking up a bit.
Sure. If the TSA scanners are proven to be ineffective, that seems to me to be the quickest way to force them to remove them. The TSA doesn't care about our safety. They don't care about our privacy. But if it's blatantly apparent that anyone can get anything through, they're going to have to remove them.
Well, wait a minute. I don't agree with your statement. They don't care about our privacy. They're obsessed with creating the precedent of trampling it and grabbing the genitals of small girls and boys and colostomy bags of 95-year-old women. They relish trampling the Bill of Rights and Constitution and every basic human right.
It seems that some do, yes.
Well, again, a whole bunch of newspapers, hundreds of blogs pick up your story, and now they're erasing the video. What do you plan on doing next?
Well, the ball is in the TSA's court. It's up to them to see what they want to do next, and we'll take it from there.
All right, sir, you're talking to 3 million people right now. I want to give you the floor. What are other points you think should be made here? You basically covered, and I'm sure all of your listeners have been hearing about these body scanners for the last, probably year and a half, as long as I've been hearing about them. So I'm sure there's nothing more that really needs to be said in that regard, other than they got to go, and this is one way to do it. So anything that we can do to make this happen faster is something that we all should do. You have a popular blog and YouTube channel. I'm sure you've heard YouTube admits they're starting to censor more. Last year they took down videos at government request if it was, quote, critical of video. We're being told we have to fund al-Qaeda to attack Libya and Syria because they're not giving people all their rights to riot. But then here in America, they're taking more and more of our liberties. I mean, are you concerned about them blocking your video, sir?
I'm concerned. I actually don't know exactly what's going on with the block now. I know that they age filtered it. I don't know if there's blocking past that right now, but this is a viewpoint that they're certainly going to obfuscate in any way they can, whether it's angle that they think is good.
Well, let me just explain, because we've been through this a lot. I could have a video of paint drying. If they didn't like it, they'd age restrict it. They do this to us all the time, sir. You were there talking in front of a camera, and you show a couple news articles where Israeli security head says that scanners are worthless, and the Canadian government says it, and there's no images, there's nothing age restrictive, they just use it. And let me explain what happens. When they put the login deal, which you lose 98% of your views, okay? We'll have a video with 500,000 views in 2 days. It's going to be 20 million in a month. I mean, if it starts, and it could be me talking about GMO with no images of anything. And they will put that on there, and it kills it. So it's the equivalent of killing your video.
Yeah, well, I mean, luckily we have been picked up by every major news source. We're talking, Beyond Yourself, Drudge Report, Slashdot picked it up, Y Combinator, some great tech blogs. CNET News, Google News has it everywhere. The New York Daily News just picked it up. So.
Exactly, but that's their mumbling coverage of what you pointed out. Your video is devastatingly clear and concise, the opposite of your Skype feed. And we need to get this video out viral to everyone. In fact, I want to post the other video they censored. I'm going to have the Watson do this. The bottom of our deal, TSA, what's it called? TSA Help Wanted. If we can find a version they haven't blocked. Have you seen TSA Help Wanted video?
I don't think I have yet, no.
Well, it's even more awesomer.
Great, I look forward to it.
And that's something Mike Adams in the video says is, in fact, do we have that saved? We should air that. Yeah. We never saved that little jewel. I don't know. It might not be good for family audiences. It makes fun of the TSA. You know what, Jonathan Corbett, you're another testament to what people can do, taking action against tyranny. Anything else you'd like to add?
Thank you. No, I appreciate the time, and this is something that anyone can do. Anyone can take a stand against the TSA. Everyone just needs to make this happen and to stand up and say no.
And you're on the nightly news tomorrow. We'll probably get a better connection and do it over the phone. So I'll have an in-depth interview with you tomorrow. Thank you so much. Call's coming up.
What's up with these sorry politicians? Lots of bark, but when it's showtime, whimpering like little shih tzus. You want big cuts. Ron Paul's been screaming it for years. Budget crisis? No problem. Got $1 trillion year one. That's trillion with a T. Department of Education? Gone. Interior, Energy, HUD, Commerce? Gone. Later, bureaucrats. That's how Ron Paul rolls. Want to drain the swamp? Ron Paul. Do it.
I'm Ron Paul, and I approve this message.